Sorry, I got excited for a second.
Go ahead, concentrate.
Okay, so y'all might be able to find
my phone, please, so I can show you something real quick.
Okay.
My phone went dead, so it clicked me out. Oh, you gotta put the code and password back in. I did. It say please wait. Oh, I got it. See you, girl.
Okay, so do y'all see me live on YouTube right now?
Please, so I can show you something real quick.
Oh, I hear all of our little country voices on there.
So it clicked me out.
Okay.
Oh, you gotta put the code and password back in. I did.
All right, so it is going to be a little delay. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to keep y'all on this Zoom.
Y'all see me live on YouTube right now?
I'm going to turn off the volume on my phone.
Oh, I hear all of our little country voices.
Why am I so country? What is going on here?
Password back in.
All right, so it is going to be a little delay. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to keep y'all on this Zoom. Y'all see me live on YouTube right now? I'm going to turn off the volume on my phone.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't figure out how to mute my YouTube, so I just had to turn the volume down. Maybe I need to learn how to use my phone. Maybe that's... Okay, so we're gonna keep on here just in case y'all need to physically show me something. I'm still checking in on y'all's videos, okay? So video is gonna stay active. If you all can follow me on the YouTubeage, I have on my silly chest strap, looking like I'm about to go hiking with a camera on my huh?
About 19 people watching you.
Hey, well, y'all will get a little sneak peek of this part because it's the only way I can get this part of the class to work today. So due to technical difficulties, we get to share a little bit of class with y'all. So, hello y'all. Hello. Okay, so we are up late and getting ready to do our paste up session. We just worked with the for those of you who are of course not in the class, but we still love y'all and we know we'll see you soon. We are getting ready to do our paste up session. We have used our template magic to create these little magic tiles, and we're getting ready to paste them together now. We trimmed our prints. And now we're just going to do a basic layout. So I'm trying to pay attention to my phone, so you all let me know if you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to angle this camera down a little bit. Let's see. I got to give it a second to make sure everything's showing up so y'all can see. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and change this to live chat just in case. So even for my academy folks, I think I can only look at one thing at a time, so I am listening to you all in the background in case I need to, but y'all try to keep yourself on mute. The host would like to unmute. Hold on, did I mute myself? Y'all good? I saw something on the Zoom that said the host would like to unmute, so we should be good. All right. Awesome. All right, so can you all see my Zoom class? Can you all see what I'm seeing right now? My 4 tiles laid out in front of me.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you gonna want to see what I'm doing on you. This is the only way I can share my GoPro. I got to figure out how the GoPro can work with the Zoom. I sound like my granny right now. How the GoPro can work with the Zoom. So for right now, this will work, okay? All right, so what you want to have handy right now, let's have your masking tape and of course your heat tape beside you. And we are ready to roll. Oh yeah, let me mute myself. Well, who's playing me in the background? Cause I hear myself. Is that my stuff?
I think I might need a mute.
Yeah, everybody mute. Like everybody in the Zoom class, just go ahead and mute. If you need to say something, say it on the YouTube chat right now, okay? So any questions you have, chat with me, okay? Then that way we don't get that weird kind of feedback. All right. So this is what I was talking about. I want you to match up your bottom tiles first, And in this case, what we're looking for is to make sure that I have something repeating here. I have this little splash here on my design. You're going to look for things that that you can clearly see is a repeat. So I know that this paint splash is a piece of this paint splash. So I'm going to cover up over it until I match that up perfectly. Now that's just one little point. I'm going to place my finger right here because that's what's going to be what I call a pivot point. And I need y'all to tell me in the comments if you see exactly what I'm talking about. So now I can pivot. You know, I'm using this as kind of like a center of my angle. So now I'm able to pivot from this point. I can see, am I matching up here? That's pretty good. Am I matching up everywhere that this line is touching? Now down here, I could improve a little bit. So I'm going to pivot just a little bit. And then when I pivot one place, I have to check the next place to see if that pivot affected somewhere else. Now, what I should have done, and I'm going to put a little heat tape down here at the bottom just to kind of keep me in place. This is my bleed area, so that's not going to affect me. What I should have done is already had a little piece of masking tape ready. Okay. And matter of fact, you might want to get a few little pieces ready. And I can't remember who said it in the group, but yes, if your tape is too tacky, too sticky, I want you to take it and tack it. You can tack it. Don't tack it on the oils of your skin, but you can tack it onto your pants a little bit. Let it pick up a little lint. You see that it picked up a little lint, and it'll be a little less tacky. But the masking tape that I use is a general masking tape. This is a little Scotch 3M here. You can see Scotch 3M. And what I'm looking to do is to just tap it down. This isn't my final placement, but I'm just going to tap it down. And I'm not even going to push it down all the way. I just want it to stay in place while I get my other tiles together. Now it's not perfect, and you don't want to completely tape up two together because you may end up having to pivot and shift something down here to match up these tiles up here. So now we're going to match up our top two tiles. And I'm going to go ahead and bring this whole board down just a little bit and be closer to me. I got some things going on right now. Let's get this keyboard out of the way. All right, uh-oh, I hit something on the keyboard. Oh Lord, there's my Zoom people still there. There we go. Okay. All right, so we have this one down. Now we're gonna do the same thing up here to the top. But I'm also going to place this graphic on these two tiles on top of both of the bottom two tiles. And I'm looking for things to match up. For instance, I'm gonna try to zoom in here. And by zooming in, I mean put my chest really, really close to the paper. So I see a little tip of that A, the bare tip of that A. I'm gonna see if I can get the tip of the A right in place. Now that's not the only thing I have to look at. I also have to pivot here and see, okay, am I including the top of my T here? Do I need to shift to the left or to the right a little bit? Do I need to shift up and down a little bit? So this is a little game for your eyes. Like I said, there's several factors you're going to be looking at and playing with. And once you're looking at several points, I'm looking at the tip of the A, I'm looking at the top of the T, I'm looking at this line right here for the bottle. That label should look continuous. I'm coming over here, I'm looking at the edges right here of my frame. I think that's in a pretty good position. I'm going to throw a little piece of tape down, and I'm not going to push it all the way down. I'm just leaving the edges curled up so I can pick that up in a little bit. Now this one, I feel like I've got it in pretty good place and position. So I'm going to call that one done. All right. The issue is now, if you did an image where you have a face right here in the center, guess what? You're going to have a lot of fun because you're going to have to match that face up with 4 pieces. So eventually, if you do a lot of tiling, you're going to have an objective to not put anybody's face right there in the middle of those 4 tiles. And by the end of tonight, you will know exactly what I mean if you would just happen to have a face right there. All right, so next I'm working on tile number 4. This is my last tile. And like I said, I'm looking for points and positions that repeat. I see that very, very edge of these 2 little paint dots here. And it's really about you paying attention to detail. How well you pay attention to detail. How many points of reference you're using. Make sure you're using your pivots. I think I'm good here, but let's see. So if I'm good here, this in this middle center right here, I can put it down, but I know I'm off here, so I have to pivot. I have to rotate this paper basically and make sure that I'm staying on point. And this is all by eye. This has nothing to do with the exact science of things. I know my eye's off somewhere. Here, I got it there. There. I see my little paint splash. I'm trying to complete a circle right here. There we go. And then in order to complete that circle, I have to pivot that down just a bit. So this is the fun part. That may not actually be the fun part. Okay, and once again, I forgot to get my little masking tape ready. Oh, this is also the part that makes your back burn. Bending over and, you know, hovering over your paper, especially with this tile and stuff. After a couple of these, you're gonna have some good core strength and some good back strength. And it looks like in a second I'm gonna have to go get my charger. As a matter of fact, y'all go ahead and keep taping up. I'm gonna go grab my charger. Y'all gotta excuse this mess because I'm trying to get things set up at this laboratory and there's stuff everywhere. So let me grab, I think I can come walk away with my phone so y'all stay connected with me. Let me grab my phone. I'm gonna grab my charger so I don't lose you. Where is, I need a charger. I'm going to take this charger in there with me. I see some of the little samples. I don't know if you can see them. I'm trying not to move my angle of my camera, but been making some little things and whatnot. Oh boy. Y'all know how we live. We get everything done for everybody else and then we end up slacking and lacking and trying to pull ourselves together. So that's what I'm doing right now and getting ready for a big move. So I'm not going to announce it right now, but I will announce soon what that move entails. All right, let's see if I can get a little charge on my iPhone. And I'm gonna go ahead and check on y'all's comments and see if y'all need anything. Oh, y'all couldn't see. No. Well, you know what? This board is so large. Let me see if I can adjust the camera so you can see the top. But the same thing that I did towards the bottom is what I did to the top. Just choosing a good position to start with and just pivoting. Now the last piece, and let me see if I can pick this whole piece up and move it. I'm really not supposed to be moving it while I'm tiling because you can shift your pieces like I just did, but it's okay because I can fix it. Anything you mess up, you can fix. All right, so can you all see the top now or no? Let's see if I shift the camera up a little bit. I'm gonna give it a moment to see if it can catch up. All right, I'm just trying to line it up. And I picked a graphic with a lot of lines in it so that I can tell whether I'm really lined up or not. All right, so I think I almost have my last tile in position. Either that, and I just shifted the paper. Look at that. All other places on point. All right. So a few little tack pieces. So once you get all 4 pieces tacked together, so what I did, I'm going to show you which ones I have over and which ones I have under, just in case you can't physically see it on the screen. I have my bottom right piece over, so it's on top of my bottom left piece, okay? So bottom right is over the bottom left. You don't have to do it like this. I'm just telling you what I actually did. Then I have the bottom right over the bottom left, and you could switch it up if you want to kind of make that pressure a little more scrambled and uneven, so, or even in the long run. So right now I have my right over my left at the top as well, and then I have the top over the bottom, okay? And that's just because it's easier when you're first learning how to tile. This is like an easy thing to remember. And I have a few of my little tack pieces of tape to ensure. And when you go in to tack one piece down, hold it down to make sure that it's going to stay aligned and in place, and put your next piece of tape. All right, so let me check on the feed and see if y'all are having any issues. All right, so I don't see any questions yet. So I'm going to go ahead and call this done, but it's not exactly taped down all the way. I have to tape it on the back. So now what I have to do is I have to flip this, and I'm going to be very careful. Hopefully I put enough pieces of tack tape to keep it intact. I'm going to lay it back down gently. And I think I had a little bit, there we go. This one flipped just a little. All right, so now my objective, we have a very little bit of overlap here. So you're gonna have to clearly be able to see what you're doing here. Now I'm gonna take my tape, and I'm gonna start right here in the center. And you can take longer pieces of tape, come all the way down. You don't have to go consistently all the way down, but what it does do is keep those little gaps from coming up. So I would suggest it. This uses up a lot. You can even go long. This uses up a lot of tape.